Friends, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the Curvy E Chronicles. Friends, we are doing meal plan cook with me. Let's go.
Caution, watching the following content may cause extreme hunger. Viewer discretion is advised. Other symptoms may include stomach growling, hunger outbursts, mouth watering, increased salivation, impulse grocery shopping, increased desire to cook, increased to want to come to my house. That will not happen. Increase to hitting that subscribe button, increase to hitting that like button, and increase to leaving a comment. Please do all of the above.
All right, now that disclaimer is out of the way, we are going to dive right in. This is our loaded potato ranch chicken casserole. This one was really good. It was a new recipe for us. So basically, I am cutting up roughly about 4 cups of Yukon Gold potatoes, and then we're going to stick those in a bowl with some seasonings. Now, I did not follow the recipe for the seasonings. I did what I wanted. So we did paprika, we did Italian seasoning, we did salt and pepper, and then we are going to mix all of that together. In the meantime, make sure your oven is preheated to 450 degrees because we are going to cook these potatoes prior to adding the chicken in to cook them. So this actually was a pretty filling meal and was honestly really good. We're also going to add in roughly about 1/3 of a cup of ranch, 1/2 cup, whatever you like. If you like them saucy, do it that way. Mix that up. We're going to spray our 9x13. We're going to dump all of this in, and then we're going to pop this in our 450 degree oven for about 30 minutes. It does say to stir every 10. I did not. I didn't care that much. We're going to dice up our chicken, use the same bowl that we used in our potatoes. And we're going to do roughly the same seasonings. We are going to do paprika, because I like paprika. Oh, garlic salt. And then I think I did a smidge of pepper. We're also going to put the other half of the ranch in, whether that be another 1/3 cup, 1/2 cup, whatever floats your boat, friends. Mix that bad boy up. And then once that 30 minutes has elapsed, we are going to add the chicken on top of the potatoes. Actually, we're going to mix it in as best we can. My cutting job was not that great. So mixy. And then we're going to cook that for another 20 minutes. To get everything nice and good, and then once it's cooked, we are going to pull it out, add in some bacon, some cheese, and some chives. Cook it for another 10 minutes without the chives. Add the chives on top, and so good. Next up, this one is spaghetti squash, Tuscan chicken spaghetti squash. So we are going to start by splitting up our spaghetti squash. The recipe does say to cook it in the microwave. I don't do that. I cook it in the oven. And this is actually a spaghetti squash from our garden last year. So cut it in half. It is a pain to cut in half, so just forewarning. Cover it with olive oil, avocado oil, anything like that, salt and pepper, and then put a few marks in the tops of them so they don't explode. We're going to dice up a shallot, not an onion, a shallot. And then we are going to dice up our chicken to start cooking. So we're going to put some butter in the pan, and then we're going to start cooking our chicken. I will say, cook your spaghetti squash before you even start the chicken sauce, whatever, because you want it to cool so you can handle it. Seasonings in here, garlic, salt, and Italian seasoning. That's what I cook with all the time. We want it to look like this. We're going to remove it from the pan. We're going to add in some more butter to get all the good bits off the bottom. We're going to add in our shallot, and then we're going to stir that around. We want it to cook a little bit. We're going to add in some garlic. You guys know me. It's a Tuscan dish. Can't not have garlic in there, a little bit extra for good measure. And then we're going to add in our sun-dried tomatoes. These ones are my favorite. I get this big jar from Costco, leave it in the fridge. It lasts a long time. I think it says 2 tablespoons. I just do what I want, and then I mix it in. We're going to let that cook and get them all nice and juicy. Then we're going to add in the heavy whipping cream. At this point, you do want to turn down the heat on the stove and let it get till it's bubbly like so. Add in your Parmesan cheese and your spinach. I probably put in a little too much spinach, but we're going to let this on lower heat just cook and get all nice and good. Yes, I dropped spinach on my stove. It's just, this is how I cook, okay? I make a mess. This is what we want it to look like when it's all cooked down and ready to go. Turn the heat off, add back in our chicken. Yes, we use Dixie around here, Daisy, whatever, the paper plates. And then we are going to fork shred our spaghetti squash into our dish and then mix it all up. I did not get a good shot of this at the end, but it was delicious. It's one of our favorites. I make it all the time. Next up are these cheesy taco sticks. I don't know if they're crispy taco sticks or cheesy taco sticks. I don't know. I found this. Obviously, everything will be linked down in the description as far as recipes go. So you take some pizza dough, you cut it up. Technically, I think it says to do it in triangles because you're supposed to make 10 of these. I didn't. cook up a pound of ground beef, season it with taco seasoning or whatever you want to do. After you've cut this into, I did 8 pieces. I just used a 1/4 cup, like basically like 1/8 of a cup of meat and then some cheese. And then it says to roll it. I pinched it, you know. I don't know. It worked out. These ended up being really good, super easy. The kids liked them. Pinched it all together. We're going to cook them at 375 for like 10 to 12 minutes. This is just some butter with some oregano. I don't know why, but I kept thinking pizza sticks, not taco sticks. Probably could have put something else in there. It ended up turning out great. I did choose to put some extra cheese on top because we all know, again, I did not get an ending shot of these, but they were good. Cody liked taking them to work. It was amazing. So bonus recipe time. These are the breakfast McGriddle bites. So I'm cooking up a pound of Jimmy Dean maple sausage in a pan, and while that is cooking, I'm going to take some Kodiak mix, cake mix, about 2 cups. We're going to do a cup of water-ish, roughly. We're going to do like 1/2 cup of syrup. That's probably too much. It technically goes for maple syrup because they're supposed to be healthy. I don't have maple syrup and I ain't buying it. And then it says 1.5 cups cheese, which I feel like is a lot, but that's about how I did. We know we'd measure cheese with our heart. Then we're going to add in our browned up sausage, and we are going to mix this all together. Note to self, probably mix the pancake mix first, then add the cheese, syrup, and all of that stuff because it was a little bit of a pain. We're going to put this into a muffin tin, and we're going to cook it at 350, I think, 375 for roughly 15 minutes. These are a little full, so I did go a little bit longer, but friends, that is all she wrote for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Cook with me. We'll try and do more. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and remember, spread kindness like glitter.